Okay, so this is a quick video showing how to use the site distance check tools in Civil 3D to check for obstructions such as parapet walls as opposed to just checking against a surface. So in my drawing here I've got my surface, I have my corridor here that you can see, and what I want to do is I want to put in an obstruction in this field here and get my site distance check tool to check for that also. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw the outline of the base of my wall as it is in this case. So just crudely drawing a polyline here and just drawing roughly the base of this. So drawing a closed polyline, and what we want to do is turn that into a feature line. Okay, so using the create feature lines from objects, and as we're creating that, going to get it to pick up the levels from the existing surface or my existing ground. Okay, so click OK on that. So it turns it into a feature line and it's picked up the levels from the surface. So I've got effectively the base of my wall. So if I select this feature line then, and on the ribbon here, click on Edit Geometry, then use this button here for Stepped Offset. And what we want to do is we want to offset this feature line in and up to give the top of the wall. Now you can't have two lines directly on top of each other when we add this to our surface at the end, so you need to add a small offset. So add a millimeter or something like that. So add a millimeter of an offset, hit enter, specify the side, so I'm going to offset it in, so click in here and then enter the level difference. So I'm going to say it's a 2.5 meter high wall, and what that does is it gives us two feature lines very close to each other but at different levels, so bottom wall and top wall. Now what we need to do is we need to add that into the surface that we're going to check our site distance against. So if you select those two feature lines, click on Add to Surface as break line on the ribbon, pick your surface, click OK, accept the defaults here, and that's them added in. Now when we run our site distance tool in here in the Analyze tab, check site distance, I'm going to use a 3D polyline that I've extracted for the edge of carriageway. So this is my 3D polyline here. Remember to add in my surface to check against, so that's the one I added the wall feature lines into. Click next. So site distance on 215, eye height 1.05, eye offset 1.825 to centre of carriageway, target height 0.26, and target offset 1.825 to centre of carriageway again. And then I can just click finish. And what I'll see then is hatching here where my site lines are obstructed by this wall. So click finish, and I can see here where my sight lines have been obstructed. Okay, so they're hitting this wall, and that's where I've got my obstruction. Okay, so very quickly